Hey y'all, good evening. Welcome to Andrea Speaks TV. I'm your host, Andrea, bringing you commentary you can use. So, you all see the title. I want to touch quickly on food shortages. Y'all, listen, I was reading an article just yesterday, and I was having a conversation with my husband about this. You all know right here on the channel, I've talked about food shortages. We've talked about a lot of different topics. So, before I, get into today's conversation, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. If you have subscribed, thank you for your support. But listen, I was reading an article just yesterday, and do you know that the article said that um, there was a crisis, another crisis coming, and basically they were saying that there's going to be a global soil shortage. Now, you all know that caught my attention because, of course, I grow some of our foods, right? And so, thank you all so much, those who are watching now live or watching by replay. I want to know your opinion. Do you believe that food shortages are real? Are you seeing shortages in your area? In my particular area, I told you all I'm located in the Southeast United States. I've taken you all live in the actual stores with me, and I've shown you, how there are shortages, in the stores, whether it was fruits, whether it was vegetables, all kind of different products, right? Are you seeing that in your area? Let me know, those who are watching now live, or if you're watching by replay, leave me a comment. Are you seeing shortages in your particular area? Um, you know, I told you all I shop a lot of times at the local farmers market just because you can get a lot of food items for first of all, it's fresh, okay? I like to shop organic, and I feel like compared to your more traditional grocery stores, shopping at the farmers market, at least from me and my family, usually we come out cheaper. We can get a lot more for the cost. Okay, do you all see the same thing in your area? Let me know. And so this particular article, let me get back to the article, right? They were saying that there's going to be there's a crisis that's coming, okay? And the crisis is a global soil shortage, okay? So they're basically saying that due to climate change, and you all know right here on the channel, I've talked about how with so many different things that are going on right now in the world, they always tend to relate it to climate change, okay? There's this big concern about climate change, okay? Thank you all so much, those who are tuning in now live. Let me know your thoughts. This is a channel where it's interactive. I like to interact with my supporters, my viewers. So if you're watching and you want to give your opinion about the topic, please put it in the chat so that I can read it. And so they're saying that basically sometime in the future, I can't remember what year, but they're saying that due to I wish I had the article in front of me, but they're basically saying that due to like erosion, different factors related to climate change, they're saying that there may very well come a time where there is a global soil shortage. So what do you all think about that news? Now, it almost sounds like there could be some claim to that, right? Okay, there could be some type of proof that due to global environmental factors that's having an effect on the soil. But it almost seems like they're just telling us, like, it's almost kind of like when you hear stories like this, right? Global soil shortage, right? It sounds so bizarre that it almost make you think that, okay, they just gonna throw a story out there and just tell us anything, right? Like, how is it that here on earth, right, how could there ever be a global soil shortage? So when I think about that, okay, when I think about the current food shortages that we've been seeing, there have even been some reports, some speculation that farmers are being paid to destroy their crops. There's this idea that the food shortages that we've been seeing are man-made. They're done purposely with intention. You all let me know your thoughts on that also. And when you think about food shortages, when you think about And all of these things I'm naming now, I've talked about on the channel. When you think about food shortages, when you think about the fact that they're putting more funding and research towards growing um, or lab grown meat, other foods, lab grown seafood, things of that nature. It almost seems like, when you, again, it's about connecting the dots. Okay, they told us this one day, they told us that the other day. Wait a minute, they came back and said this. What's really going on? It's almost like when you connect the dots, it's almost kind of like, it seems like, okay, seems like someone or some people are trying to do everything they can to make it where we have to depend on other people for their food, or what they call food, okay, lab grown, genetically modified food. Okay, what do you all think? For those who are watching now live, what are your thoughts on that? I would like to hear from you all. And so again, I keep telling you all, as much as possible, we need to become as self-sufficient as possible. Okay, you may say, well, Andrea, what do you mean by becoming self-sufficient? Depending on where you are, where you live, growing your own food. Whether I did a video right here on the channel, and I showed you all how you can start seeds inside. Okay, you can start seeds inside to plant them outside in the garden. Even you could do this even if you live in an apartment. If you have patio space, or there are even ways. Okay, and this is where I want to encourage you all to do your research. There are even ways where you can grow food inside. Do you all actually know? You can check out next time you're in like your local Lowe's or Home Depot. Go in the garden section and you will see, I don't think this is anything new, maybe it's been around, but do you know they actually sell grow lights? That way, in case you want to grow food inside. Okay, let me see. We have a comment. Okay, someone said the next system has carbon credits. Oh, hold on, let me see, it went away. Okay, the next system has carbon credits. Okay, let me see. The next system has carbon credits as the centerpiece of their plan. This is how they will socially control people down the road. Okay, someone else, let's see, Meta 7 commented, it's all fear talk from them. This collapse is engineered. They're hurting people. It definitely, I agree with a lot of what you said. It definitely seems like they're trying to control people. I did a video earlier right here on the channel. If you haven't watched it, make sure you check it out. But in the video, I talked about monkeypox, and I talked about, okay, is this supposed to be the next pandemic? If you all watch the news, or if you follow the channel, you all know that I shared that Bill Gates actually said that he was talking about the next pandemic. And in the article, or in the broadcast, the live broadcast I did today, I shared some information where Bill Gates said that hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see, Lily shared that she agreed with the comment that was made earlier. Definitely. And I just feel like when you put 2 and 2 together and we connect the dots, something isn't quite adding up. It's almost like the way that it's being presented to us, oh, because of this climate change, this is happening, or because of the pandemic, you need to do this, you need to do that. And now we have this new thing. I'm wondering, okay, is this the next pandemic? Now, the World Health Organization has said that, right now, I don't know if they're necessarily calling it a pandemic, but they're trying to make it seem like it's a concern, but it's not really anything to be worried about. But, for me, and I don't know, maybe you all have the same thought process, or let me know if you agree or disagree. The pandemic, March 2020, when the pandemic started, it really taught me a lot. It opened my eyes to things, gave me a different way to look at things. I'm gonna have to go, y'all, in a minute, because I was waiting on my daughter to get out of practice. But it really taught me, like, okay, wow, like everything they say isn't always what it really is. So I definitely encourage you to do your research. Let me see. There was a comment that came through. I'm going to continue this discussion tonight. Someone said those pustules can be a flu or vax reaction. Is very odd. You know, it is very odd. Do you mean like the current monkeypox? Is that what you're referring to? Okay, I think she's ready for me to drive up and pick her up. Okay, but at any rate, y'all. Okay, yes, thank you so much. All right, y'all. At any rate, make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to be doing another broadcast talking about food shortages. I'm specifically going to be talking about, you know, are you prepared? Are you mentally prepared for the possibility of food rationing? Okay, are you all familiar with food rationing? Let me know. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. If you haven't, Lily, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. That way you can stay updated and informed whenever I do go live. Okay. All right. So I'm driving around to pick up my daughter now. But food rationing. Okay. Are you all familiar with food rationing? Let me know. You know, back in, I believe it was World War II, that was a reality here in the United States. Okay, someone said they did it in Venezuela. These are things that are going on right now. Okay. All right, y'all hold on just one moment. I'm gonna mute my. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull over for just a moment. Okay, food rationing. They did it in Venezuela. We're supposed to be the richest nation. Let's see. Someone said we're supposed to be the richest nation. All right, hold on just a minute, y'all. I'm gonna read your comments. I'm gonna pull over for just a second because I don't want to be reading and driving. Okay. All right, let me go back to some of the comments, okay? All right, they did it in Venezuela. Yep. Food rationing, we're supposed to be the richest nation, but the money is with the 1%, right? The 1%, the wealthy, right? The wealthy is. Okay. All right, yeah, so I'm going to be talking about food rationing. I already have the presentation ready. So I'm going to be bringing you all some information on that. But these are the things, you know, when I share information like this, it's not to scare you or frighten you or cause you to go into a panic. I'm truly wanting you to start thinking about, hey, you know, this is the way things are going. Do you all know there are some people who are saying that gas, like these are the gas prices that we may get used to. They're saying that gas isn't going to be going back down. This is the new norm. You know, so these are the things that I want you all to start thinking about. The possibility of food rationing. So if you're not familiar with what food rationing is, just kind of give you a brief, you know, overview. I'm going to talk more about this on the live. But food rationing, basically, imagine like, okay, you and I, we're individuals, right? With food rationing, you're limited or you're restricted to a certain amount of food. It could be per week, you know, whatever the time period. So they could say something like, okay, for, and I have some pictures and things like this that I'm going to share with you. Someone, let's see. Hold on. Okay. MetaMedi7 says, I bet gas goes to $15 plus. It could very well, you know, in California, and I'm going to be doing some, bringing some coverage on this as well. In California, they're saying the gas is now, I believe, over $8. It's a lot going on in California. So my thoughts and prayers are with everyone in the state of California. You all are dealing with a lot. I know that we all are, but California, they have the drought, they have the water restrictions. Everyone is dealing with inflation, but when you put all of these things together, it is a lot to have to deal with. Let's see. Okay, thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate you all. Please do me a favor. Share this video with your family members and friends. Invite others to subscribe and join our community so that we can all, you see how we're sharing information right now? This is what we need to be doing, y'all. We're living in a time where we need to be sharing information with each other so that, we can all help each other and stay connected. So, but listen, y'all, I'm going to go ahead. I'll be back live sometime later on tonight. I don't have a time yet. So make sure you subscribe. I'll post the time, so later on it'll show up in your YouTube feed. So hopefully I'll go live sometime around maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit all notifications. That way you'll be notified. So let me go ahead, y'all. It's starting to get dark. Thank you so much. Again, start thinking about more. They're saying more food shortages are coming. I want you all to start thinking about the idea of food rationing, which is happening in some other countries currently right now. A lot of times people may say, okay, Andrea, I'm not interested in what you're talking about, especially when you're talking about what's happening in other countries. We live in the United States. Why should I be worried about what's happening in Venezuela or Sri Lanka or other countries? And to that I say, you know what? That may be true. We may not live in those countries, but I definitely feel like it's worth paying attention to. Because if it's happening there, who was to say it could or could not happen right here in the U.S.? So that's why I'm paying attention and also getting prepared. All right. I'm going to go, y'all, so that I can get on the road. I'll be back live later on tonight. We're going to talk about food rationing. Very important information. I have a PowerPoint presentation already prepared. Take care as well, Lily. Thank you so much for your support, okay? Again, y'all, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I want to invite you to subscribe so that you can stay informed. Okay, thank you all so much for the comments. That really, really lets me know that what I'm doing is not in vain. And that, sometimes I wonder, okay, are people really listening to my videos? Are they taking the information and they're taking action? And, you all, by your comments and your support, you all are really confirming that what I'm doing is making a difference. So, again, I'm Andrea with Andrea Speaks TV. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your Monday evening to tune in and support the channel. And also, hopefully, I hope that you all are, learning and taking the information and taking action by helping your family, you and your family get prepared to sustain and survive the current times that we're living in. So thank you all so much. I'm going to get on the road now. I'll talk to you all later on tonight right here on Andrea Speaks TV. Y'all take care. See you soon.